Scientists discovered something alarming. Men today have 20% weaker grip strength than men the same age in 1985. 20% in just 40 years. The cause is not genetics. It's not pollution. It's not processed food. It's comfort. And this is what scares researchers. Grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of how long you live, how well you resist disease, and whether you stay independent as you age, which means this matters. The comfortable life you're building right now is quietly stealing years from your future. They lied to you about comfort. They said the goal was an easier life, smoother, more convenient. But comfort is not a reward. Comfort is an anesthetic. It puts your potential to sleep, and every convenient choice you make is training your body and your mind to become weaker. You wake up in a climate-controlled room. The temperature is perfect because you set it last night. Still half asleep, you reach for your phone. The algorithm is already there. It curates your morning for you. News that confirms what you believe. Videos that ask nothing from you. Notifications that give small hits of dopamine. Without demanding anything in return, you order breakfast. With 3 taps, it arrives in 20 minutes. You don't cook. You don't plan. You don't even choose. The app remembers your last order. You go to work, or you don't. You work from home now. No commute, no weather, no other people, unless you decide to see them. Your calendar is optimized. Your tasks are automated. Your entertainment is endless. And at night, you collapse into a bed that adjusts to your body in a room set to the perfect temperature. And you ask yourself one question: why do I feel so empty? This is the life we were promised. This is the dream. And yet, somewhere in the back of your mind, beneath all the comfort and all the convenience, there is a voice. It doesn't go away. It asks a question you don't want to answer. If everything is so easy, why do you feel so weak? It has a price, and that price is paid in a currency you don't notice until it's too late. The currency is called capacity. Every time you choose the easy path, the convenient option, the comfortable route, you are making a trade. You trade a small piece of your ability to handle difficulty for a moment of ease. One trade doesn't matter. 100 trades don't matter, but 1,000 trades, 10,000. That's when you wake up one day and realize something. You can't do hard things anymore, not because you are incapable, but because you are untrained. Think about your body for a moment. If you spent a year in bed, your muscles would shrink, your bones would weaken, your heart and lungs would decline. Doctors have a name for this. They call it deconditioning. A body designed for movement and challenge begins to consume itself when all resistance is removed. Now apply the same rule to your mind, your willpower, your ability to endure discomfort. What do you think happens when you remove all friction from your life? When every impulse is satisfied instantly, every desire is one click away. Every moment of boredom is filled with distraction. You don't stay the same. You atrophy. The parts of you built to face adversity, to push through resistance, to grow stronger under pressure, they begin to shut down. Not because they are broken, but because you stopped using them. There is a phenomenon in nature called the wind tree effect. Scientists discovered something strange. Trees grown in perfectly controlled environments, protected from wind and weather, grow faster than trees in the wild. They rise quickly, tall, seemingly strong. But there is a problem. Their wood is brittle, their roots are shallow, and when they are finally exposed to real wind, real weather, real adversity, they snap. Now look at the other trees, the ones shaped by harsh conditions, bent by wind, stressed by storms, forced to drive their roots deep, just to survive. They are shorter, they grow slower, but their wood is dense. Their roots are deep. They can withstand forces that destroy sheltered trees. The stress did not weaken them. The stress made them resilient. The wind did not break them. The wind trained them. You are not a tree, but you are ruled by the same principle. The challenges you avoid, the discomforts you outsource, the difficulties you engineer out of your life. Those are not obstacles to growth. They are the mechanism of growth. And when you remove them, you don't stay the same. You become brittle. Here's the part that makes this dangerous. Comfort is seductive because it feels like winning. Every convenience you add feels like progress. You're solving problems. You're making things easier. You feel smart, efficient, optimized, and for a while, it works. You get more done. You have more time. You feel less stressed. But there is a delay between the choice and the consequence. You don't notice the atrophy right away. You don't feel yourself getting weaker in real time. It happens later, when life demands something from you, when you face a challenge that cannot be automated, outsourced, or avoided. That's when you realize something has changed. You reach for strength that used to be there. It's gone. You look for resilience you thought you had. It's not there anymore. And the worst part, you don't even know when you lost it. Now here's where this gets uncomfortable. Some of you will hate this, but it needs to be said. Your ancestors were happier than you, not because they had less stress. They had more, not because life was easier. It was brutally harder. They worked long hours, doing physical labor that would break most modern men in a week. They buried children. They faced famine. They lived with uncertainty that would send you into an anxiety spiral. But here is the difference. Their stress had meaning. They solved real problems. With their hands, they built real things. They could see the direct result of their effort. You are different. You solve fake problems with your thumb. You move pixels on a screen. You optimize spreadsheets that do not matter. You sit in 12 Zoom meetings that should have been emails, and your body knows this. Your nervous system knows when something is real, and when it is abstract. Your anxiety is not a chemical imbalance. Your depression is not a serotonin problem. It is your body sending a signal. You are not doing what you were built to do. You're not facing real challenges. You are not solving real problems. You're not using your hands, your strength, your ingenuity, not in ways that matter. You're comfortable, and comfort is killing you. Now here's where this gets really uncomfortable. The modern world is designed to make you weak. Not because someone is plotting against you, but because weakness is profitable. Every app, every service, every product that promises to make your life easier also makes you less capable. Food engineered to be maximally delicious with minimal effort. Entertainment designed to keep you watching without asking you to think. Communication that lets you connect without ever being vulnerable. Work that lets you feel productive without ever being challenged. All of it. Every piece of modern convenience. Optimized for one thing, reducing friction, and every time you choose the frictionless path, you choose to become a little weaker. This is not about rejecting technology. It is not about going back to some romantic past. This is about understanding the trade. Comfort is not free. Convenience has a cost, and what it costs you is the very thing you need to live a meaningful life, the ability to do hard things. Because here's the reality: everything worth having requires difficulty. Every meaningful relationship requires uncomfortable conversations. Every worthwhile goal demands sustained effort through doubt and frustration. Every moment of real growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, in the space where you're not sure. You can do it, and you try anyway. But if you spend years training yourself to avoid discomfort, to choose the easy path, to optimize for convenience, then when life demands that you step into difficulty, into the uncomfortable conversation, into the challenging work, you will not have the capacity. Not because you are weak, but because you are untrained. So what do? How do you break free from the comfort trap when the world is built to keep you inside it? You start with one hard thing, not a big thing, not a dramatic thing. One small, deliberately difficult choice. You wake up early. You do the workout you do not want to do. You have the conversation you have been avoiding. You sit with boredom instead of reaching for your phone. You cook instead of ordering. You walk instead of driving. You write by hand instead of typing. These are not the goal. This is training. Each one is a small act of resistance against the softness that wants to consume you. Each one builds capacity instead of trading it away. And here's what happens. The first time is hard. The second time is hard. The 10th time is still hard. But somewhere around the 20th time, something shifts. You realize the difficulty is not killing you. It is waking you up. You remember what it feels like to push through resistance, to act not because it is easy, but because it is necessary, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than what you have been settling for. And that is when the real transformation begins. Because once you remember what you are capable of, once you rebuild your capacity for difficulty, once you train yourself to handle discomfort, something strange happens. The comfortable life you built starts to feel like a prison. Convenient choices feel empty. The frictionless path feels like sleepwalking, and you realize something. What you thought was freedom was a cage. You were not liberated by comfort. You were sedated by it. The man you are meant to become is not waiting on the other side of an easier life. He is waiting on the other side of a harder one. He is not built in moments of convenience. He is forged in moments of resistance. That choice, repeated again and again in 1,000 small moments, that is what separates the man you are from the man you could be. And here is the truth no one wants to hear. You already know which one you are becoming. You know it by the choices you made today, by whether you did the hard thing or the comfortable thing, by whether you leaned into resistance or away from it. by whether you built capacity or traded it for convenience. So here's the question. What are you going to do about it? Because comfort will always be there, waiting for you, promising ease, convenience, an easier path. And every day you will choose. Will you take the offer? Will you trade another piece of your capacity for another moment of ease? Or will you choose the harder thing, the thing that builds you, not the thing that softens you, the thing that makes you more, not less? This is not about perfection. This is not about becoming some superhuman who never wants comfort. This is about understanding the trade, knowing that every choice has a cost, and that the cost of comfort is paid in who you could become. This is about choosing consciously, deliberately, with full awareness of what you are trading. And then, when it matters, choosing to become stronger, not softer. The goal was never to eliminate difficulty. The goal was to become the kind of man who does not need to. The goal was never to make life comfortable. The goal was to make yourself capable of handling life, whatever it brings, and that does not happen in the absence of challenge. It happens because of it. So if you are sitting in your climate-controlled room, in your optimized life, in your convenient existence, and you hear that quiet voice in the back of your mind, asking why you feel so weak, you know the answer now. And more importantly, you know what to do about it. Choose one hard thing. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Do it until hardness feels familiar, until discomfort becomes your training ground, until resistance becomes the force that shapes you into something stronger. Because on the other side of comfort is not just a harder life. On the other side of comfort is a more capable you, a you with deep roots, with dense wood, a you who does not break when the wind comes. If this resonates, leave a comment below. Tell me this. Do you think your ancestors were happier, or am I wrong? And what is one hard thing you will choose today? And if you want to go deeper, if you're ready to rebuild your capacity and end the war between who you are and who you are meant to become, join our Patreon community. That is where the real work happens. The comfortable life is killing your potential. You already knew that. So here's the question. What are you going to do about it?